Oh no. Oh no. No! Carl Blagan was my boy though. What do you mean he was bitten by a venomous spider and I gotta amputate his leg now? Why, Carl Blagan? The freaking venomous spider. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Archeo Shinar. I'm your host, the Birdman known as Falcon. This right here I caught wind of roughly about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it seemed very intriguing to me because it reminded me a lot of The Curious Expedition, which I'm a really big fan of, but more of the management side of things in reality. Like, you're playing the role of an archaeologist here, and you essentially run your own archaeology company. You send dudes out there to kind of explore and get into situations for you, and based on the people you hire, train, the type of items you give them under trips, and the choices you make, you either become a really successful archaeologist, or one that really gets no notoriety whatsoever. So let's go into a custom game, as I already took the tutorial out for a spin, so we should be fine over here. Let's go over to normal difficulty. This is a multiplayer game as well at the same time, so if you want to play with other people, you can. I got no friends though, so we'll play as a single player campaign over here. Let's go to new game, and let's go for it. I think the first thing we'll do is probably create a character. Yes, okay. So, we shall name this guy Falcon 69er, because you know that's how we roll. Let's give him that smug, more of a dark brown. There it is, alrighty. And a tuxedo, oh my god, let's just go full hipster over here. Archaeologist. Yes, that's gonna be the Falcon look right there.
Greetings. We are glad that such an accomplished and promising person has appeared on our radar.
To give you a long story short, that was going to take a while. It's going to be me against 3 other archaeologists. And this archaeology group is looking for a new member. And the winner of this race in 30 rounds shall be the new member. That's all you need to know, really. So now we come over to ranking and charts. We can see our opponents right now, so that'll be us. We are going up against General Joseph R. Knabl, Sir George Charles Leno, and Boyar Nikolai Rostopchin. We got no females this time around, apparently. It's just it's a dong party, apparently, but that's fine. Back out we go. We can write a letter to our opponents, an offensive letter, a threatening letter, or a congratulatory letter. You know, once we get some points on ourselves, I'll probably write something offensive to them because that's how I roll. So for now, let's go on over to the expeditions. These are the ones that will be available for us right now. We have a tome ride. Requires archaeology and survival people. It also requires 8 explorers, probably something we don't have available just yet, so we might want to skip that one. Linguistics and survival, 7 explorers required. And over here we got 5 explorers, linguistics. That's probably something we'll go with. The reward will be 2 points of fame, which means this might not be such an easy first mission, but it really requires 5 explorers, so I think we might go with that one. If we go to my quarters tier, these are the people that we have available. Get out of here, Cup. These are the people that we have available as our explorers right now. We can hire more, we can fire them, we can train them, etc, etc. Do we not have any females whatsoever? This entire run right now is apparently a big old sausage party. Look at this. No girls whatsoever, sorry. It's a no man's club. Is that how it went for the Little Rascals? Or am I thinking of Married with Children? No ma'am. I don't know what I'm thinking about right now. Alright, so these are the dudes available. Linguistic is what we're looking for this mission. Your linguistics is only 14. Survival, let's hire, why not? And you are linguistics 30, we might use you for the skills, let's hire you as well. So we hired a couple of extra people on deck. Now, this is the warehouse, these are things that we have found, artifacts that we could sell, and then things that we have bought for things. Merchant company, this is where you buy your supplies for your travels. Gin is a good thing to have because, number one, you'll be traveling for a while, you might want to get drunk, but I've heard that gin can also dissuade your members from picking up phobias. On their trips out there, they will pick up some terrible phobias that will cripple them severely. So if you want to avoid that, you might want to pick some of that up. And we also apparently have a sextant, which will give us 7 to E, which might be exploration. I'll pick that up. We have a shovel, which is going to be +2 to archaeology. Pick that up. And a lexicon, which is +5 to linguistic, maybe. We have a linguistic mission, so I'm going to buy all that right now. We're spending big, but that's fine. The black market will tell you what you could sell. You could sometimes buy some really rare stuff too that you might need for something in particular. But you might also want to sell your stuff that you find high prices. However, there is a chance you might get caught in black market, which is not good by the police officials. And over here, if we want to buy some land, we can do that as well. We can essentially buy land and create stuff that will give us some money over time. Let's see if we could buy something right now. This is the Chengdu Valley, which is up for a bid. 38 population, 1 fertility, so we can't grow anything over here. So we might want to make this like a train station. I'm going to put in a small bit of like, let's say, I don't know. Let's go 400. Or just under that. If we win that, cool. If not, no big deal. And here's the press. You can essentially get chummy with them, and they will, if you get chummy with them, they will send bad news, some fake news about your competitors, which is going to reduce the reputation. So that's essentially all you really need to know about this. For now, we're going to go off to the tribal diplomacy as our very first one. Linguistic is what I mentioned. 5 explorers. Let us begin. Let's see who we have here. No, I don't want to select you just yet. Linguistic will be 12. Not really crazy about that. You're a 19. You require Gen. Hey, we got Gen. 12, 18, 27. So we'll go with Carl Blagan for a fact. You're 14, and we'll definitely pick up the guy. So the guy that we hired just now is going to be a good one for that. Overall, though, we have terrible linguistic people. So you got 14, 18, 12, 19. Now, mind you, we don't just need linguistic. We might need some other stats because the events will be random. But they will be heavily skewed towards linguistic, though. So there is that. Let's pick up E.G. Squire, which is probably the best looking dude for that name of all time. E.G. Squire. I don't think that's actually Squire, it's more like Squeer, but whatever. I would really appreciate if we would get a few bottles of gin. Bottles? How about just one, dog? I could only take 2 items. So we'll take the gin with us, and we'll also take the lexicon for the extra linguistic. Begin. So now they're off to do their thing. We'll have some random events over here, and based on who we have and what the events are, we have a chance to either succeed or not. This is going to be a linguistic-only challenge, so because of the lexicon, we have a +5, so you're up to 23 right now. You're at 19. We also have a timer, by the way, so I can't really take my time here. If this goes all the way down, we fail this. I'm going to go and start off with E.G. Square. If we can, though. Success! Alright. So right now he's at 24, so we succeeded at 24, which is at least a good rough estimate for us to know what we're looking for. We have another linguistic one over here. Sometimes it'll be like a mixture of like linguistic and archaeology or history, so you got to figure out what the best balance would be for that. So these are my top boys. I'm gonna go with Augustus. Actually, let's go with my lowest dude for now. Because if we fail, at least we get out of the way early on. But we actually succeeded, which is perfectly fine. And this will be for 30 days if I'm correct. Another linguistic only. Now we just only got the heavy hitters available, so now we just go and just drop wherever. Drop it like it's hot. And thus far, this is a very, very first good expedition, I would say. Now, something terrible could happen to my dudes when they come back. This is going to require exploration. Now, this might be a curveball here because I'm not sure how your exploration is. You're a 63? My boy. Carl Blagan, there you go, dude. And we got a rootless success. When you get a rootless success, you usually find something that you can eventually then sell to the black market. And here we got a Greek theater mask, which has terrible, terrible black market value. 25 to 75. That's nothing whatsoever. So we'll hold on to it. Sometimes the market does fluctuate and sometimes there's like a really big demand for something. So maybe if that happens, we'll be good. Now this boy needed linguistic and combat capability. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, 26 is, it's not great, but it's probably better than the other dudes that we had. So you are going to be a success as well. Wowee, what a good first expedition. Everything went splendid. And that should be a success right there. Totally. Now, we did pick up a couple of fears, it does seem. But we got 3,600 for the campaign to be completed. We got an artifact, 2 reputation points, and we picked up 2 fears, unfortunately, which is probably from the guys who wanted tobacco. And I did not give that to them. So we have got arachnophobia, Prosper Marry Me. I think you're the one who wanted tobacco, so that would make sense. And I think you wanted tobacco too, perhaps. So he's got Kakoraphobia. I don't even know what that is. I know arachnophobia. I know that one pretty well. I don't know what that one is. Well, either way. First expedition in the bag. Now, we need to pay our people too. You could skip out paying them twice, but if you skip out 3 times, I believe it is game over then. So let's open this up. Oh no. Oh no. No! Carl Blagan was my boy though. What do you mean he was bitten by a venomous spider and I got to amputate his leg now? Why, Carl Blagan? The freaking venomous spider! Unfortunately, nobody knows what species it is because everyone is afraid to get close enough to examine it. Instead, someone sucked the poison out of the bandage, and bandaged the wound. Sadly, the wound doesn't seem to be healing, and the doctor who examined your employee baited the leg in alcohol and did nothing else because of a lack of medical knowledge about this particular venom. It seems that your subordinate is going to lose a leg in order to remain alive. However, Carl Blagan doesn't agree to do it. Instead, he wants to apply leeches, which help during an expedition. The doctor thinks it's a temporary solution that won't cure the leg, it only buys some time. But the time is all that Carl Blagan needs. At least he believes so. However, the more time is wasted, the more flesh needs to be removed. I'll give you leeches, dog. That's what you want. I'm gonna go with him. I'd rather just amputate the leg, but then I'm not sure how good an explorer he'll be then. Alright. So he has now developed arachnophobia and parasitophobia, and I lost 50 as well. But I guess he keeps around. He does have 2 phobias now in one go, though. Oh, alright. Well, I mean, I can understand the arachnophobia because he was bit by a venomous spider, but... Alright, let's see what we got here. Cashback. Sorry your attempt to buy the land landed in a failure, but you're getting your money back. Sir George Charles Lennox bought for 1,000. So yeah, we were definitely outbidded for that one. At least I got my money back, which is a good part. And the salary for the dudes we have to pay right now, $18.26. So as I mentioned, you could go 2 times without paying. The third one, I think it's game over. Right now we got money, so I will pay salary. And this will be our expedition. We got 2 points of reputation. Thank you. Now, let's go over the ranking and charts and see how we're doing. We are currently in 2nd place, which is not too bad for the very first expedition. You're in 3rd. So apparently, Sir George Charles Lennox will be top boy for now. Write an offensive letter to Sir Charles Lennox. Nice monocle, Mr. Peanut. Got him! I have no idea what that does. But I wanted to do it because that's what I do. I sent a very offensive letter with a couple of memes at him. Now let's go over to the merchant company. I believe we have lost our... Yeah, anything you use, you lose in that expedition, so you have to buy them again. So let's pick up some more gin just in case. And some of our dudes need the wacky tobacco, so we'll buy that as well. And apparently the flashcards are for sale. A +3 to linguistic for 111. Why not? Morpheus Dale. Population 65, fertility 20, urbanization 75. Let's try to go up to at least 500 this time and see what happens. And for the press, we could start getting some favor with these dudes. We got 3 different presses. I'm going to go with the Royal Archeology for now. And I'm going to give them an exclusive license. They were interested in our expedition. You received 1 favor. And we could turn those in, I said, to black or at least badmouth other dudes. So we got 1 point with them. We might have an exclusive deal with them as well going forward. It's 3 different ones. They all have like ups and downs, but I think the Royal Archeology works better for me. So I think that's fine. I think we're ready to go on the next expedition here, right? Depending on what we got available, huh? Right. So here we got the Way of Life. Archaeology and Linguistic required. 2 points. Survival and Exploration. So we got 5 and 5 required explorers. And a 5er. So now it's a matter which one we want to do, because we can just go with 5, which is perfectly fine. This will give us 3, though. If we could go high on history, 3 points of fame could be good, and that's a lot of money right there, too. Do we have the dudes to make a history run work? Caleb, 19. 14. 22. Okay, we can start with 22. 27. 37. I think one of the boys available at the market was also history buff. Yeah, you were. Pick you up, and not you. Okay, I think we can make that happen. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention too was about the leveling. So if we go to Caleb now, I can start paying him a little bit more to level up some skills here. So instead, I'm going to go with gin over here. Sipping on that gin and juice, and gin. So that means that we have people that require tobacco and gin, which we both have. So, tobacco and gin. And nothing over here is for history, so it's fine. Send them off! And I'm hoping by giving them what they need, they don't pick up any sort of debilitating, like crippling phobia this time around. Alright, that took a while. We have the first history one right here. So this will give us an idea of what we're looking at here. You're at 19. I would like to start off in a good... Oh, I messed that up. You weren't supposed to come along with this trip, E.G. Squire. Well, failure. I messed something up. It's a little bit tricky when you're right-clicking to see their stats and then also left-clicking to cancel out. Because apparently you can put him into your squad by mistake, so that was on me. That was totally on me. I should have just waited too, for like maybe a triple person type of challenge. This is a linguistic though. And we went for history. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, we definitely have to go with you, and then 1814. Well. Ah. This is gonna be a failed expedition. Because we're probably gonna get only one more for this one. It is history at least, which we do have. Unforgettable failure. He learned plus their history for failing unforgettably. Wow. Failed everything. We were not ready for that one. We got 1,000 only for that one, which just sucks because now we gotta pay my boys still. And we didn't get that 6,000 rewards I was hoping for. That ain't good whatsoever. Your letter did not achieve the expected result. Yeah, I see that. We also did not buy that land. Isn't that the guy who bought the first one? Charles Leno. This guy's expanding land like crazy over there. He bought it for 742, so he outbid us by like 200 or something like that. And we only got 1,000 for that one, which is unfortunate. Ancient Chinese cure. Let your explorer drink it or destroy it. Is this for the poison or what? What do you mean explorer not found? Is this the poison thing or what? We got it. Yeah, we got a bait. We have the money for it, thankfully, still, but this will probably put us in. We're in 3rd place. Yeah. I thought we had a good handle on that one, and then like it just went off the rails really quickly. The second one kind of threw everything off too when we had to use all those boys, and we still somewhat ended up failing it. Yeah, this is the same dude just buying up land like crazy. Leno, yeah, it's the guy we sent that letter to. So homeboy's probably still in 1st place too. All right. What's for sale this time? We got the Howling Swamps, 9783, and Urbanization of 42. I mean, like, I would like to bid bigger for this one, but because we still have to go out and we need a victory now, for sure, our money's a bit tight now because of that first loss. I'm gonna save. Oh boy, go 600 for that one because I like the stats on that one. Well, either way, we're out of time for this one, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up here. This is Archeo Shinar. As you can see, it's a fairly unique game. I'm not sure if it's going to be everybody's cup of tea, but I'm a big fan of games like this on occasion where you just sit down and just kind of let RNG guide your hand for a while. And it's fairly wacky enough as we saw at that, Spider event too, where there's enough RNG and events to kind of like, keep it very intriguing going forward. 30 rounds of this as well, so there you have it. All the information will be down below if you want to check it out for yourselves. I will catch you next time.